2021 has minted yet another unicorn. It is the 33rd unicorn, CarDekho, which is driving into the coveted unicorn club after closing a $250 million pre-IPO round at a $1.2 billion valuation. CarDekho is also the first unicorn from Rajasthan. It is based out of Jaipur. In fact, it was started by two brothers who are not twins but share the same birthday. And it started off with these two brothers actually scanning brochures from the Auto Expo. What a journey it has been for CarDekho. And joining us is the co-founder and CEO, Amit Jain. Amit, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Congratulations. Thanks for eating out time on your big day. It's been a long journey, starting off by scanning brochures and uploading it on the internet to driving into the Unicorn Club. Is this the milestone you always dreamt of?
It's a dream run, Nayantara, I'll be candid. When we started the company, literally in the garage, me and Anurag wrote, we'll become a $1 billion company on our LinkedIn profiles. And reaching this milestone obviously feels special. While the journey is just beginning, is the feeling as we go on to take the mobility of the country differently. But it's indeed a milestone to achieve. I think we could not have done it without the team we have. It's been just a pleasure to have so many old folks around who have supported us to get here. It's not an individual who makes this unicorn happen, it's the team that makes it happen. And I can proudly say we have one of the best teams at Girnar.
Amit, you know what has the startup ecosystem also enthused is the spirit of entrepreneurship, the animal spirits that are being unleashed. I pointed out that CarDekho is the first unicorn from Rajasthan, and I've done that because, while you may have offices in other parts of the country, you have stayed headquartered out of Rajasthan. What does that really show as far as the ecosystem goes?
I think I love this place, by the way, Nayantara, where I was born, brought up here. And I think this air has dhanda in the air, literally, right? So I think it's a mental piece that I look forward to, and I think this place gives that. Our management team, quite a lot of it sits out of Delhi NCR and other places. But I think the ecosystem gets created with a team coming together. It is not necessary that you have to be physically located together, but I do have to travel a lot to manage between Jaipur and other cities. Having said that, I think peace of mind is something I preferred over anything else. No rat race here in this city. At least I feel happy about having built something out of it.
Now coming to the business stuff, right? The press release says that this $250 million fundraise, includes investors like Leapfrog, Mirai Asset, existing investors like Sequoia that have participated. But it's a pre-IPO round. Amit, when is CarDekho driving to the large street?
18 months is what we have planned for, and the whole work is on as I speak to get there in 18 months. Businesses are expanding, most of them are profitable already. So I think the good cohort of business would appear as we get into the 18-month time frame. The used car, which is a nascent business, would be quite large by then. And that's when we intend to go public with a much larger vision and a huge headroom to grow.
What we've also seen of late are platforms like yours enter the Unicorn Club, whether, it was a Cars 24 late last year, then we saw Droom doing it, Spinny is about to do it, and now you've got Ola, which also wants to be part of the used car ecosystem, right? They're doing it on their own platform. What will be CarDekho's differentiator? Or is the market so large it doesn't matter?
Market is large enough, Nayantara, number one, because, you're basically entering a space which is quite unorganized, and each of us is, playing our part in organizing the unorganized space. So I think it's a large market for everyone to play. We'll define a different strategy to play in the cohort we want to play. So I think each company will pick up geographies, each company will pick up, segments to play. And that will differentiate each one of them. Our focus is, primarily on consumer experience, how we can give the best experience and high quality used car product. And if you have bought car from us, there should be no defect. And that's the trust we want to bring about when we get into the used car business. That's a key focus area for the team, bring delight to the consumer. And if you do that time and again, it will be the most successful brand. With that, we are building this up.
business been? Your press release says that the September revenue run rate has crossed $100 million. But tell us, how is the used car business doing, especially when there's a long waiting list for new cars thanks to the chip shortage?
I think it's been kind, I would say, in terms of us, getting to a great traction. It's just been right spot at the right time. We have been seeing over 5,000 used car transactions being done in our wholesale and retail business taken together. Huge amount of trust deficit has been, bridged by our efforts, and we are yet present in very few cities in Nayantara. So the expansion with these funds, we will be expanding to multiple geographies and building a very large catalog for our consumers. This pandemic has in a way helped. Chip shortage has obviously constrained a bit of supply part. Prices of used cars have gone up a bit. Having said that, there could not have been a better time to do this business.
There was a belief that because of coronavirus, Ola, Uber, shared mobility would take a while to come back. But you had Bhavesh Agarwal, the founder of Ola, taking to Twitter saying that India is moving again, and that when you look at shared mobility, the numbers have surpassed pre-COVID peaks. What has that meant for sales of used cars, used bikes?
I think both coexist now. People have got a personal mobility solution also, given that they realize in pandemic that you just can't rely only on shared mobility. For personal safety, everybody is keen to buy a personal vehicle. While mobility needs in India are so high, given that we are an emerging economy and there's only 22 cars per 1,000 people, which means that there's huge headroom to cover. Just to give you a sense, America will have 800 cars per 1,000 people, or China will have 200 cars per 1,000 people. So the headroom to grow the mobility sector is so huge that there's no dearth of growth either in shared mobility or in personal mobility. So both are gonna coexist and grow together to a large extent for decades to come, in my view.
Now you tell me something, because you're one of the best people to check with. What's hot in the used car sales market? Which are the brands that are doing better, or which are the models, or what kind of cars, or what kind of bikes?
Primarily, used car segment, I think, is very hot on the SUV one. We are facing shortage on SUV supply. So any used SUV sells like literally a hot cake. So building that, so if I were to put it in simple terms, I think there's a huge demand of used SUVs. Then on the entry level side, we are seeing a lot of, the hatchbacks which are above the Alto segment, like the Balinos and all, have a huge demand, that segment. So these are two segments which are very popular, and then luxury never goes off. You have a huge demand on a 15 lakh plus all the time. So, and we are actually facing supply shortages in certain segments I mentioned right now.
Amit, your ambitions are very well known when it comes to a global play. When it also comes to using an NBFC for financings that you do, horizontal, vertical, all kind of integration. Where is all of that now?
So I think India is a large market. Large part of these funds that you've just raised will be consumed in India, within India, to expand. We're also getting into NBFC, so we'll be getting into getting more digitization of loans done. So we can have instant used car loans done. So with that intent, a lot of focus there, a lending book to be created on that front. On the international piece, we are actually very successful. We've entered Malaysia also now. So Indonesia, Philippines and Malaysia, 3 countries we are operating from. And primarily the new car business and the used car finance business is, what is flourishing there. We've not yet started an asset heavy model like India yet, but we should get there in a year's time. But right now the focus is win Mission India. That's it.
Mission India and the IPO in 18 months, which I'm guessing you're looking at an India listing, right? Just to be clear.
Yes, Nayantar.
Do you think you might miss out on the IPO party? Because, you've had Zomato, you'll have Paytm, Nykaa, Delivery, Farm Easy, MobiKwik, Oyo, all of them before?
I don't think I look at it that way. All good companies will have a great time, and I think we are building a great one and a sustainable one. It's profitable in most of the segments we are operating in already. So overall, I think it will be a listing based on fundamentals and not hopes and dreams. It will be a solid listing with profits behind and a proven model to back it up. So that's how we are looking at it. I don't think there's ever a dearth of a good company not going for a good listing. So we are very excited to go that path.
Amit, on a big milestone day like today, it's also nice to look back, right? Because if someone's watching you today, they'll be like, hi, what a successful journey. Everything is so rosy, picture perfect. But it's never like that. A founder's journey is lonely. Sometimes there are 6 to 7 death-like instances. Do you remember those early days? Can you share any anecdotes with us?
When we were early, we actually started in literally our garage of the house with rented shadi ki table and all. That's how we began the journey. And there was a very young team of freshers who joined, who were still with us luckily, and that's why the company happened the way it did. So earlier, we would just talk about will be the largest company of Rajasthan, a tech company of Rajasthan. I would speak about that in one of the town halls. I still remember in Jaisalmer we did, and we were having a session with the team, and we were like very small with like a 2 crore, 3 crore kind of a revenue run rate at that point, and we were dreaming big. So all anecdotes that I remember are of confidence and belief that we'll make it big, and the belief system actually, I personally believe that if you believe, it happens. And we dreamt big as a team while we were very small, very young, and the dreams are always big. All town halls, all kind of gatherings, we would talk about, chalo aag laga dete hain, kuch bada karte hain, right? That's how we have operated all our lives. And there have been so many instances, emotional ones. Actually, this money raising is not the memory that you carry as a founder. The emotional journey that you go with so many folks along with you. That is what basically creates a company happen. In the journey, then we raised around 2013-14, we had new fresh talent coming in, which is still with us. That laid the foundation of all these new businesses that you see, and the financial foundation was laid by a very talented team. And that's how you have come this far. Most of the journey memories are around, those crazy moments with the team where you actually, celebrated some moment. And that moment may not be as large as, raising a fund. It could be a small win that you celebrate in the journey. We have been a company which has celebrated all small wins, and we enjoy our success and failures both, and that's been the culture. So I still remember every single time we would have achieved that small milestone to sell 1,000 cars, to sell. We have got missions in the company. We call them missions, Mission 100, Mission 10K, and we define them as missions. And every mission is special. And every time you achieve that mission, that's that special moment in my eyes that I remember. And I'm not going to talk about the wild moments that we have. So it's on air. But it's quite a celebration when that happens. So all these moments are more personal memories with a lot of emotion involved to build this out. There have been ups and downs, Nayantara, and I think people stick together as a team and family, and that's when company comes this far.
And with that, Amit here is wishing you all the very best for your forward journey. And it's great to see that you're still so grounded. And, I think it's very fashionable to say also, today is also day 0 at our startup.
It's 14 years of hard work of a lot of people in our team that has got us here. And I think I'm proud of my team that has made it happen. And especially Anurag, who has been emotional support and a professional support both while we made through this journey together.
When the two brothers fight, who wins?
We don't fight anymore.
Your family and business partners.
We are a joint family. We stay in the same house actually. अब बचपन में होती थी fights, अब तो कम होती होंगी. There are no fights now. It's more like opening up your heart out and you speak things that you usually can't otherwise, and I think that's the biggest comfort that you get. building it together. I think trust is the biggest thing, Nayantara, and I think
Thanks, Amit, and congratulations again.